Xin Chao, what's up everybody, how we doing out there? On this video today, we're going to be talking about dating advice.
It's mainly going to be don't settle too fast. This is a thing that I believe happens to a lot of men here very quickly, and it's not even settling, it's getting with the first girl too fast. You know, it's pretty easy to serial date here, so we get a lot of dates and date around. So before we get into the video, yeah, here's the video. Intro time, baby. Alrighty, intro's over, so let's get into the video. Yeah, I think a lot of dudes settle pretty fast here. Seems to be a thing that happens. A lot of guys that the first chick they date, for the most part, a lot of guys I know, the first chick they date usually becomes their girlfriend, their first girlfriend. Which I don't know that I would advise on that, you know? If you want more in-depth knowledge on this type of stuff, and if you want access to me directly, like if you're dating a girl now and you just had a bunch of questions about it and you need answers with a guy that has quite a bit of experience with this stuff, I would recommend that you sign up for the Patreon, patreon.com/fatandbroke, and you can contact me directly on there, and yeah, I can give you a hand. Also, if you want to go on a tour when you're here, we can do it that way. So totally up to you, but just putting it out there. So yeah, I think a major thing a lot of dudes do here that I've noticed is they really settle too fast on the girl. You know, trying to get a thumbnail chasing. You don't need to settle too fast, guys. I think in the last dating video we talked about, you know, I advised, you know, if you're going to be dating multiple women, you need to let them know that you're dating multiple women. You know, we've talked about this and we'll talk about it again, but there is a Facebook group and they do post all of your information on there. There's a guy right now that I think he's on his 4th kid, so he moves around. This guy's a real piece of shit, so he moves around, like, if it's true, but you can't really, like, I always put that stuff at a grain of salt, because who's it coming from, why is it coming from them? You know, tempers get very bad with Vietnamese, and they tend not to calm down and see any other side to it. It's very much very heated and revenge-like as a Vietnamese trait, for sure. So I don't know how much I believe this stuff, but there is one guy that's supposedly on his 4th child with a 4th girl, and he is posted everywhere on that thing. He's all over the internet. I mean, his pictures, his name, his passport number, his addresses. I mean, for some reason you can post all that stuff on there, and I think the reason is because he's not Vietnamese. So, like, do they have slander laws and all that stuff? But it is possible to get somebody in trouble through slander that way, even if you're a foreigner here. It's just more challenging. And, you know, a lot of these women still are posting anonymous in those groups. So almost none of them are ever posting their real name with any of this stuff. They're pretty much anonymously posting. So I mean, again, grain of salt on that type of stuff. Like, you making all these bold claims, but yet you can't put your name behind it, you know? Not gonna lie, same sort of thing kind of happened to me on Facebook with my YouTube channel. We're not gonna dive into it, but, you know, it's really easy for someone to anonymously say something when they're mad at you or don't like you. So you've got to see the backside to each one of that. But you guys do not be an F-boy, a fuckboy. You're going to get yourself in trouble. Do not try to be some kind of playboy. All you got to do is mess with one wrong chick, bros, and your game over. So I mean, don't be that guy, you know? So we've covered that. You want to tell the women, I would take your time. I wouldn't get into something serious unless, like, you really like the girl. Like, I had quite a few different girlfriends before Winnie here, believe it or not. Now, when I met Winnie, I knew there was something really special there. And admittedly, she never really left my side from pretty much day one. Now, if it happens organically like that, that's not something you're going to want to fight. Like, you'd be crazy to be pushing back against that. Like, if it's organically to where you guys are spending a lot of time together, day by day, like, you know, I think me and Winnie hung out from the first day we met up for like a year without not being around each other. She was with me every day, pretty much right away, you know. So if it happens organically like that, that's fine. But I do recommend you need to get it out of your system, or you're going to be more likely to maybe cheat in some kind of scenarios. You got to get it out of your system. Get the poison out, as I would say. You know, place your seed all over. Not really. That's a joke. Use protection, boys. You don't need to be spreading STDs around. And yeah, I shouldn't have to tell you this, but if you are going to be banging a lot of chicks, use a condom, please. Cute lady boy, bro. See how much better looking lady boys are here? Sorry. Vietnamese lady boys over Thai lady boys any day of the week. Sorry. They're just super hot. Oh, her ass cheeks like now. It's just for you guys, for the boys, for the girls too. Well, I don't know who it's supposed to be for. So yeah, I would definitely date around, boys. Don't don't be settling down too quick. And then the online dating thing is the same advice, man. I just talked to a guy, IRL, one of Mark's buddies actually, so if you're watching, and he's ignoring a shit ton of red flags because he talked to a girl online for like a year and a half before he met her. That shit is the dumbest thing you can do. Do not do it. Stop doing it. And there's gonna be somebody that's like, I met my wife that way. Yeah, I'm sure you did, but I guarantee you slept on a million red flags, and there's probably a billion red flags in your relationship now that you're just ignoring because you invested probably money and insane amounts of time. You probably jerked off with her on whatever, FaceTime, all kinds of shit. Like, you think you're in love. This is not the way, guys. This is the stupidest shit you could possibly do. I've done this in very, very past life, like, you know, shit, in my 20s. When I talked to somebody online last, like that. I mean, we're talking a long time ago, but I did it once. It's stupid. You're never gonna convince me that it's a good idea. You should never invest more than 1 month at a time talking to somebody before you physically see them. Even 1 month's a stretch. My advice is always start talking online like a month before you land. 2 weeks at best. And if you're a younger dude trying to meet younger girls, shit. Don't start Tinder until you get here, because they're gonna want to meet you right away. They ain't gonna want to wait 3 weeks or a month till you can schedule them in when you get there. You know, like anybody that's younger, they want now, not later. So, very, very not a good idea to try and be online dating first. You're setting yourself up for all kinds of problems. On top of like not knowing personality traits, you're also going to get catfished on looks, even if you video chat all the time, even if you're jerking each other off, pardon my French, through the video chat, and you think you know everything and you think she's all hot. You still don't know what it's like to have sex with her. Still don't know what that's going to be like. You don't know what she's going to smell like. You don't know a lot of different things, so you need to be wiser and smarter about this stuff, as far as I'm concerned. And that's up to you. You don't have to, but I would recommend it. She's pretty. The girl in the black. American. They both look American. You can tell an American even when they're Asian. Besides for the obvious English, the way they're dressed, even the way they walk is different. So, yeah. Online dating, I'm almost against altogether, unless you're here and can see them right away. Dating multiple women, I am all for. Doing it in secret, I am not for. Settling down extremely fast with the first good one you find, definitely not a good idea. You need to be casting your net. You need to not be making all the same mistakes you made previously in life. Or guess what? Even in this kind of country, you're going to wind up with the same kind of relationships you had before. Repeating past behaviors is never going to lead to a winning formula, even if it did once before. It's always wise to change and consistently change and come up with new stuff. You know, you don't want to be, in my opinion, caught on some kind of complacent thing, you know? And yeah, I'm dating multiple women, man. I'm finding women of all different ages. I don't know what age you are. You can date younger, you can date older. Figure out what you like. Figure out like what you want to be with. Like, you know, do not make this a thing in a hurry. You don't need to. So many dudes I still meet like will get married too fast here too. They'll meet a girl and it'll go a good 3 months, and usually they've opened up a transactional relationship. You know, even unknowingly. Like my one buddy, he tries to wrap it like it was just, you know, a regular thing. I'm like, dude, you were buying her, you bought her a scooter within 4 months of knowing her. What the fuck is wrong with you? And not a cheap scooter. You bought her like a Vespa, 100 million scooter. What are you thinking? And on top of that, like other stuff. So, beautiful girl. Damn, hotties, man. There's hotties everywhere. She turned around, smiled at me, and said hello. I still got it, boys. 40-year-old fat and broke's got it. The 21-something-year-olds still want me in my delusionary brain. I kid. So, cast your net, boys. Get out there. Meet the women. Date a lot of women. If it organically goes fast and you're having an amazing time and it just all feels normal, you're good to go. If you're forcing shit, if you're trying to move in quickly, if you're buying expensive presents, this is not the way unless that's what you want. And just know that you've created a forever relationship into that. That's the thing. Once you open up, and I've been stressing this over and over again, once you open yourself up as a transactional relationship, whether you like it or not, it's transactional. It's done at that point. Sure got a butter face, but wrestling cut. That's really good. Anything else I can think of? And again, of course, you know, figure out what kind of girl you want. I always recommend dating some bad girls when you get here. You know, some tattooed girls. You know what I mean by bad girls. Nothing wrong with dating a few and knowing them for a few weeks, you know. But just don't make them a permanent rotation of a girlfriend or something. You gotta be wise past your years about this stuff, boys. I think that's really it. I don't think there's much more I have to add to this one. If you have something to add, I would greatly appreciate it. Drop it in the comment section. We shoot 1 week of YouTube videos in 1 day now. So if some information about something I talk about is a little outdated, it's probably because it's a week old. So that is the video. If you want to hang out with me when you come to Vietnam and Saigon, I do personal tours on Patreon. You can also contact me directly and talk to me directly on there. And then there's a bunch of additional content on there as well. So that's over at patreon.com/fat and broke. I do all the live streaming at kick.com/fat and broke. It's a new streaming platform. It's amazing. I recommend you check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Stay frosty. See you on the next one. Peace out.